All right, look. If we match on a dating app, we hang out, everything goes good. I follow you on Instagram, you follow me on Instagram, and we're still talking, we're DMing, whatever. And then you just ghost me out of nowhere. And yet you have the nerve to be like one of the top people to view my story every time I post a story. Like, why are you still following me? I don't understand. One, I didn't match on a dating app with you to be your friend. And two, you're immature because you ghosted me. Like, we are adults. So I'm going to block you. Y'all are so weird. Like, I don't understand the dating scene.
Accept my baggage. Accept my baggage. See, I would have never gone for a guy like you a couple years ago. But the guys I did like jacked my life up. And now I need a guy like you. And I don't really like you for real. I just know you're a good person and have resources. Like the niggas I did like wore my ass out. They cheated on me, jacked my finances up. And I lie and tell people I didn't know what they were like. But I knew exactly what they were like because they were my type. And here's the crazy part. Even though I need your help, I'm going to play like I'm giving you a chance. And if you don't like somebody like me, I'm going to shame you into liking somebody like me. Because the logic I'm going to use is somebody that you love is in the same situation I am. So if you like them, you have to like me. And here's the crazier part. You have to be completely perfect and spotless, but you got to accept me and all the BS that comes with me.
Is it just me, or is dating like, it's just a lot of effort? You have to leave your house and you have to go out and meet a stranger and ask some questions like, what do you do for work? What trauma do you have? Did your father abandon you when you were young? I don't have the time for that. I don't have the energy for that. I guess this is just a roundabout way of saying I'm fucking lazy and I never get invited out for dates, but...
Alright, yeah, so this is my first day single. And I have a date today already. I'm back on like the dating apps. Had this guy that we were texting, we hit it off. So we were like, he was like, yo, I'm like, you busy tonight? Like, let's go grab dessert. So I was like, yeah, you know what? Like, let's go grab dessert. So I guess this is gonna be like a little dating diary. Like I said, I'm back on the dating apps. So we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna like vlog it and like let y'all know how it goes. I know his name. I know how to spell it, but I don't know how to pronounce it. So I always get awkward about those, like those things. Like I feel like I should know how to pronounce your name. Like I can just sound it out and know how to pronounce it, but I don't know how to pronounce his name. So I'm trying to like sound it out, but I'm not about to air him out on here either. But yeah, this is the first day of 2025, so I'm excited. And like I said, we're just gonna go get some donuts. Hopefully we hit it off in conversation. And yeah, but if not, I'm meeting him there, so I can just always like go and get a donut, just yeah, cool, and then dip. This is what I'm wearing: beanie, little hoodie, everything stuck in my pockets, some leggings, and then I'm just gonna put on some Birkenstocks. Like I said, it's not like it's a dinner date or anything like that. Like we're just gonna chill, not even chill. Like we're just gonna get donuts inside the donut shop, sit there, talk, have a good conversation, good banter, and that's it. But I'll let you guys know how it goes. If there's a possibility of a second date happening, because he's only gonna be here for like 2-3 months now. So we'll see how this goes. Alright guys, so I just woke up. It was cool. It was cool. There were some red flags though. Like, so we hit it off in conversation. I was nervous. He was nervous at first. We hit it off in conversation. Like the banter was really well, like really good. We hit it off. It's the first time we're seeing each other and like really having like deep conversation. And he's someone I can like talk to, but like I said, there were some red flags, and I'm no longer ignoring red flags. In 2025, like, no longer ignoring the red flags. I'm seeing them for what they are. I'm not colorblind anymore. Like, can you see red? Anyway. So yeah, like he made a comment about his sex drive. Like, why are you talking about your sex drive? Like, and how he lacks like self-control. And he said, oh, sex drive and no self-control is not even a high sex drive and no self-control. Like, that's a red flag for me. Why are you talking about sex right now? Hasn't been in a relationship, hasn't been in love, none of that. Like, none of that. Like, wants to probably get engaged when he's 30, all that. Like, the timelines just don't match up, and like him bringing that up kind of just made me like, I don't think I want to be next to you anymore. So yeah, it was good. We're still texting, but I honestly can't see that really going anywhere. So yeah, on to the next.
People warned me about Australian men before I moved here, and I have already had to say I told you so. And I just moved to Brisbane and I've been here for a week, and I'm going on my first date with an Australian boy. So I figured I might make like a little dating in Australia from an American series. I just painted my left hand, so I need to do this one. But I'm going on a tennis date, which I think is so fun because I love doing something like outdoorsy and active for a first date. So there's no like awkward staring at each other from across the table or like at a bar situation. I also don't like drinking during the week, so I love to be able to do something that doesn't involve like getting drinks or spending money because I just moved here, don't have a job, and have spent so much money on furniture and room decor and everything, so I can't be doing that. I've also heard Australian men aren't great about like picking up the tab. They're more of like a splitsies culture, which is fine if I had a job and money, but right now I'd rather do something free. But like I said, have not had good luck with Australian men so far. The first one I met in Thailand cheated on his girlfriend of 4 years. We only kissed, thank God. The second one I encountered was an absolute misogynist. I'm sorry, but it's true. And I could show you some texts, not good. Then I went on a cruise in Australia and I ran into a bunch of Australian men and multiple of them were cheating on their wives and kids on the ship. So I'm just like, where are the good ones? Which is why I'm just gonna go on a bunch of Hinge dates and try to find one. Because why not? Worst case, I make a friend out of it. Well, worst case, never talk to them again, but best case scenario, I make a friend or something else. I don't know. Anyways, he's picking me up. We're going to play tennis and then he's dropping me back off. So it should be fun, get a little workout in, and I will update you guys on how it goes. I also have a couple other potential dates in the works, so we'll see about those. Okay, I love you all. I'll see you in the next one. Here's the tennis fit. Okay, bye. Just had my first date of the year. I'm calling it a date. It was two people who I'm pretty sure are attracted to each other doing an activity together. So, like, that's a date, right? Yeah. We took a workout class together. Could be really awkward, but it was fine. It was good. It was fun. Did a Rumble class. It was my first time ever taking a Rumble class. I was nervous because I had very little experience with boxing. Soul cycle of boxing, pretty much. You know, you have like an instructor that's like over the loudspeaker calling out names and trying to like be encouraging. Leave everything at the door, type of thing. We got coffee beforehand. I met this guy through friends. I have two friends that are a couple and they're great and I love them. I was dog sitting for them while they were away for the holidays, and then I had to go away for the holidays, so this guy was like gonna take over for me. They had like talked to me about him a little before, so I knew he was handsome. When he opened the door to the apartment, I was a little taken aback, I'm not gonna lie. He had like the backwards hat on and he was like holding his guitar case, and I was like, but I had woken up 10 minutes prior after a night of bartending, running on maybe like 3.5 hours of sleep, still in my pajamas. The most I did was brush my teeth. I was looking like a wrung out tube of toothpaste. I was looking like a corpse that was left out to dry in the Sahara Desert. So no, not looking my best, but we were just supposed to, you know, quickly exchange the keys and whatever, but ended up hanging out for a bit and talking, and he was really cool. It's nice that like he's friends with my friends, so like even if nothing happens like romantically, he's still a cool guy. He's a musician, like maybe we could like collaborate on something. So I'm a singer, native New Yorker. There's some like black cat golden retriever energy going on for sure. We left the class and it's just snowing. I love the snow. Like the cold is only worth it to me when it snows. I love it so much. It just makes me so happy. And he was just like, oh God. And I'm like, snow. That was, you know, a good, fun, friendly, successful first date of 2025, I would say. And now I'm home and I'm eating pho. I'm spilling pho. Don't get on me about eating it with a spoon. I have a chopstick right here. other adventures that I have going on, I'm going to a speed dating event on Wednesday with my 2 friends, so that will be interesting. More on that later.
Dating when you're older sucks, especially now. I've been in the talking stages with every walk of life. A doctor, several law enforcement, hard hat guys, just all kinds. And nothing ever gets past really the talking stage. And now I'm starting to wonder, gosh, no, like, is it just me? I mean, I don't know, man. It's all good. I'm happy alone. I'm fine alone. It'd be nice to find somebody to walk through life with and grow old with and everything. You know, a year and a half ago, all my plans got changed. And now I'm just trying to figure things out. But, man, am I the problem? Like, really? I don't know. Like, is it me?
I could accept dating in this generation with all the flakes and the social media problems and the dating app problems. I could accept all of that if people could just start with some effort in mind. Like, I am so sick of starting a conversation with somebody who matched with me, who decided to message me first, and then just silence. You know, their conversation is so dead. They have absolutely no ability to keep a conversation going. And it's like, you started this whole thing with me. So why exactly should I be the one that has to keep everything going and be hyper fixated on how you're feeling and ask you how your day is? I am so incredibly sick of this pathetic little cycle of people messaging me or trying to hit me up and then them having absolutely no interest in continuing the conversation. What is the point? I don't understand.
Here's your early morning reminder that women in their 30s are being loud online and are anti-male, not because they hate men, but they want to convince 22 to 25-year-old women to hate men, because women know they have to compete with younger women for dates. And if they can convince the younger generation to hate men, then they can remove them from the dating pool, and then these old heads might still have a chance.
If you look at dating app data, there is a tendency for basically very attractive men, high status men, to do really well on dating apps, to get a lot of attention from a lot of women. And then for the bottom chunk of men, in terms of attractiveness, to get none, to just get no matches whatsoever. And this is a tendency, it's called hypergamy, female hypergamy, that women will tend to want to marry up socially. So they'll want to marry a man who is richer than them, better educated than them, more successful than them, etc. This is basically what you see when people are left to their own devices on dating apps, and you can monitor it carefully. That is basically what people do. And the problem you end up with is that when you don't have a system of monogamous marriage and you don't have the expectation that people wait, there's really nothing stopping those men from just having loads of girlfriends, maybe having at the same time, like having little harems, right? You know, not calling them that, but having, basically playing the field and not being forced to commit, because no one expects them to, really. And it's like good fun for those men. It's frustrating for the women because they're like having relationships with these men in the hope that it will turn into commitment, and then it never does. They end up feeling really bitter. And it's also frustrating for the less attractive men who are getting no attention whatsoever and who read me or listen to me saying the sexual revolution was good for men. And it's like, it wasn't good for me. It's like, I know. There's like an inbuilt inequality.